Last time, after finished shooting the movie, our MC faced another problem, and that is the theater. They don't have a theater to show their movie to people. However, Ackle got an idea where they can show their movie. Next, Ackle then informs them about a theater that is in the imperial capital. However, the theater is deserted right now. Next, Saint City, capital of the Bada Empire. Ackle is taking them to the theater, and she seems to be a little lost about the way, which makes our MC angry because how can someone actually forget their way back to their own home? After a long hard searching, they finally arrive at the Osis Theater, and after seeing the condition of the theater, they are surprised that the theater is really deserted. MC knocks at the door. A blonde lady comes outside saying she doesn't want to sell that theater, and tells them to go back from where they came from. Then she notices a familiar face, Ackle, her younger sister. They hugs each other in their own way by knocking their two melons together. A nice touching reunion between two sisters and two melons. Elder sister asks Ackle why is she back and who are these people she brought along with her. Ackle gets ready to introduce her friends to her elder sister. She introduces our MC first, and his name is Langdon. Then Elf Princess, Elfria, and the witch, also her master, Melissa. Elder sister also introduces herself and her name is Emily Osis. She apologizes for her rude behavior earlier. She then welcomes them inside the theater. Langdon, our MC, gets ready to get to the point without wasting a sec, and informs Emily that he is there to discuss cooperation. And seeing him asking for cooperation, Emily thinks that he is asking to perform some drama in her theater, and asks him if he has his own troupe. She also informs him that her theater is the most oldest and most prestigious theater there. Langdon tells her stop sugarcoating, because he can see the state of her theater. But now he is there, with a huge wave of the new era, and he is going to change this industry. However, Emily informs him that whoever come there with such a confidence and arrogant, they often become the laughing stock of the sane city. Ackle informs her elder sister that whatever Mr. Langdon is saying is true, and Langdon gets ready to show her how he is going to start the new era, and shows her his big ball, saying it will blow her mind for sure. Two people have come there to cause trouble, and the fat guy is the boss and his name is Lord Redmond. Emily tells them that she is not going to sell her theater, and tells them to get out of her theater. Redmond suggests Langdon to not to cooperate with the Osis Theater, because all the play in Osis Theater are lifeless and cliché. Only his famous Redmond Theater is the best in that place. Langdon also thinks that repertoire there is indeed lifeless and cliché, and he is not only talking about the Osis Theater but all the theater in that city. They are all the same old stuff, including the Redmond Theater. This made the Redmond Lord mad and scared at the same time. Langdon once again informs him that his theater is also lifeless and cliché, and it's time for them all to be eliminated. Those sharp words of his almost give heart attack to the Lord Redmond. His guard gets ready to take him to the nearest clinic. Emily thanks Langdon for helping her. Langdon informs her that he is not trying to help, he is just stating the facts, so there is no need to thank him. He then gets ready to show her the thing he brought in his ball. That is going to begin the new era. Langdon and Emily are watching the movie, and Emily is finding the name Little Filthy. However, she also doesn't want to judge the book by its cover, and gets ready to see how this new era changing thing will surprise her. And the movie begins, where the elf princess is begging Mr. Orc to show her his Excalibur. This really surprises Emily, she didn't see that coming. And another scene comes where elf princess is sitting on Mr. Orc's lap, ready to commit herself to him. And now this is not only surprising but also shocking to poor Miss Emily. Even she wonders, what on earth is she watching right now? And now the elf princess is ready to open her robe. Even Langdon and Ackle is getting shocked because they forgot to edit that scene. However, Ackle seems to be embarrassed instead of shocked. And not only Ackle, even her sister is blushing after seeing the scene between Mr. Orc and Elf Princess. Then the plot changes from pervy to princely story, which surprises Emily, but in a good way this time. The orc has changed himself into human and is trying his best to protect the love of his life. In the end, he dies in the arms of his love, and the movie ended. The story has touched Miss Emily. She also thinks that the story is masterpiece, and MC is relieved that he achieved his goal, even though the process was a bit thrilling in the beginning. Giving her a handkerchief, MC asks Emily if they can cooperate now, and with this they can bring Osis Theater back to life. However, Emily is afraid that she can't afford to hire him because her theater is running low on budget. And lucky her, our MC is not charging her to run his movie in her theater. He only cares about how many people will watch his movie. Emily thanks him for his kindness, giving her his movie to run for free in her theater, and he doesn't want anything in return. She thinks he really is a noble person. And Ackle is feeling sorry for her sister because that guy is no noble, he is only looking for his profits. Ackle tries to tell her elder sister that Mr. Langdon only wants to. However, Langdon stops her and informs everyone that he only wants to make friends. Ackle also agrees with that. that he only wants to make friends. Emily then thanks all of them and also thanks her sister Ackle because of her she got to meet two outstanding people. Langdon then tells her that he has one request regarding the movie, and she is ready to listen to his request. And today's target, 1K likes for next part. Next, the Redmond Theater, and it seems to be empty. And Redmond is mad because Emily and Langdon treated him so badly. His man then shows him the poster the Osis Theater's next show. And what's more, they are using a lot of kids to go around carrying propaganda. Redmond thinks it's ridiculous. No one will watch this kind of content. This is simply blasphemy of drama. And the release is in 3 days. He gets ready to see how the Osis Theater will fall into disrepute. Next, in the Osis Theater, Alfrea is giving the posters to the kids. She tells the kids to be careful out on the road and don't spill the posters on the ground. And Langdon and Emily are shocked to see the sight in front of them, the elf princess's rears. And Emily is worried because this kind of publicity is too cost-effective. However, she doesn't need to worry because high investment leads to high returns. And Melissa is also doing something with her wand, putting it inside her mouth, licking it. And why is that? Because she is going to use her magic. And we learn a lesson here to suck and lick a wand before using it. She is a good teacher. I wonder what kind of lessons she has taught her apprentice. She uses her magic on the papers. This surprises the apprentice and her sister to see such an amazing magic. And what is she doing? You might ask. She is printing the posters, and MC taught her how to do that. Next, the captain of the Royal Capitol Guards, Coronin, he comes across one of those posters which are flying around. After taking a look at the poster, he gets surprised to see the poster, and its name, the innocent elf princess and the orc in human form. And there is another poster where the orc is holding the innocent princess. And finally poster of the elf princess and the beast. And there is the address and discount price for the ticket. That is 5 copper coins. After seeing all those posters, the captain is drooling now. He is finding the story very interesting. He gets ready to go and check it out. But when he arrived there, he gets shocked to see the crowd in front of the theater, who are eagerly waiting for the door to be open. And Emily is worried, thinking if this will be a big loss instead of big success. When she opens the door, she gets shocked to see the crowd in front of her. They didn't even give her a chance to be shocked, they just rush inside, ready to give 5 copper coins. And Emily didn't expect these many people to actually come. The people are pushing and pulling each other's, and one poor soul seems to have lost his balance. And now everyone is stepping on him, and poor captain is struggling to get the ticket for the first show. Next, inside the theater, people are confused why the lights are turned off, how they are going to see the show in the dark. Then after a few hours, the movie has ended. Now people are cursing the screenwriter because they can't stop the water that is coming out from their eyes. Some brave men are not willing to accept that they are crying and are saying that they got sand in their eyes. Everyone comes outside crying. Captain asks one of the audience if that show was that good to make him cry. The man tells him to just watch it and see for himself. The captain gets ready to watch the second show, and he is sure that he is not going to cry because he has a heart of stone. There is no way he will cry by watching some show. A few hours later, he comes outside crying because the ending was so touching. He cries his eyes out for the orc prince. Then he notices something here. The movie says something about good orcs and evil orcs. He gets ready to go and report to the superior because this is a blatant blasphemy. 2 sisters are happy that their show was a great success, and they have sold more than 2,000 tickets. And her Osis Theater has never been this lively before. Langdon tells her to be prepared for 24 hours cycle, which surprises her. Langdon tells her to believe in him. The show will run for 24 hours cycle. Next, Redmond and his man have come to see how the first day show is doing in Osis Theater. And Redmond is mad because the crowd in front of the theater is getting more crowded. They leave from there, and Redmond is mad, but he thinks that it's the first day, that's why there are so many people today, because of their publicity. He gets ready to come back tomorrow to see how the Osis Theater will do. Next day, the place has become more crowded. More people have come to watch the show because of recommendations from their friends and family. They heard that the play was very novel, and one big muscle guy seemed to have become a fan of the movie. He has already watched it 3 times, and now this is going to be his 4th time. Some guards comes there, orders them to move aside. They then stop the common people from buying the tickets. People are mad. They were waiting for like hours, and now these guards are stopping them from buying the tickets. The guard gets mad, grabs a common man from the group and asks him why are there so many people in queue to just watch a show. The common man tells him to go to the front of the line and have a look. The guard throws him away and gets ready to go and see what's in the front of the line. And he came there because he heard that the show was that kind of show. After seeing how the elf princess was on all the posters, he gets bumped into someone and falls on his bum. And it's his captain he bumped into. Captain asks him if he is also there to watch the show. Then someone shouts, "The door is open." The captain gets ready to run towards the ticket counter. but he gets flooded by the crowds. In the ticket counter, people are bidding for the ticket. Some are even willing to give 10, 20 coppers, and this shocking the shit out of Redmond to hear the price of a ticket. His man tries to tell him something. Redmond hits that poor man for opening his mouth. They leave again in anger, and Redmond is getting ready to lower his price to 4 coins. He is going to do the price war thing now. Melissa has brought a wine to celebrate because today was even more popular than yesterday. But MC is fine. He doesn't want that wine because there is still tomorrow. The two O-sister also insist him to drink because it's a big day for their Osis theater. They gets ready to have a little party today, and the word party have seemed to pique someone's interest, because the term party means something else for her, like being killed by 2 orcs. She gets ready to plan to make that party come true. She brings 2 mugs of beers asking her Mr. Dragon to drink with, so he will get drunk and she can party with him. And Langdon is feeling weird about this. They open the bottle and gets ready to begin their little banquet. After drinking couple of mugs of beers, the princess is feeling little tipsy now, because it was not just some couple of mugs, but it was 22 mugs. She comes and sits next to her Mr. Dragon and gets ready to have a taste of him, because she has never tasted dragon. She gets ready to get a kiss from him. Langdon tries to stop her, saying he is in his human form, and she vomits when she is too close to a human face. And just after finishing that sentence, she pukes on him. He asks for help from the ladies who are drinking in front of him. They looks behind. Elfria stops her puking. The 3 gets busy with their drinking. She starts to puke again, and after she finished empty her stomach, she is now feeling relieved. However, someone is not. And now she is back to her senses. She gets ready to go out and bring something for her Mr. Dragon. She leaves saying she will come back soon. But before leaving, she tells him not to worry. He will understand soon. Next, the 4 of them are having drinks. Langdon gets ready to discuss about their future developments with Miss Emily, which surprises Miss Emily because she never thought about the future development. Langdon thinks that they should add another theaters or a stage. This surprises Emily because she always thought that a theater should only have 1 stage. However, they are only showing a movie which doesn't require a gorgeous stage or complicated mechanisms. All they need is an open space where magic crystals can be projected. They can use the space they use to store debris. But Emily doesn't think that they have enough seats. However, Langdon thinks that they don't need seats, they will add standing ticket. This worries Emily more, thinking, will the audience accept it? However, Langdon thinks that it will be fine, because there was no problem queuing outside for hours. It will be better for them to just come in and just stand and watch. And beside, they will also prepare benefits for the audience, that they will lower the ticket price to 1 or 2 copper. This surprises the 3 ladies. And on the other hand, Redmond Theater have also lowered their ticket price to 4 copper coins to watch the highest level of drama. And his bootlicking man is sure that the price is out of reach for the Osis Theater. Emily thinks that 1 copper coin is too cheap for a ticket. And Langdon is saying 1 copper coin because they don't need to pay anything to the troops to perform, because they don't have troupe, and there is no need to prepare the stage for the show. And they can play the movie in any open space. 1 copper coin is enough. And the most important thing for him is that he wants more people to see the movie. And now the storm of 1 copper coin is about to sweep the world. And Langdon and Redmond are both sure with the cheaper ticket price. Their Vanu is sure to be packed. And Melissa is finding the magic dragon more and more interesting, because he is doing something even God cannot do. That's what she is thinking. And what's more, if he succeed in his movie, she will also be able to get that dragon bodily fluids from him. Alfrea comes back and she has brought something big with her, which surprises Langdon and asks what the hell did she brought this time. She removes the veil saying it's a surprise, and what she brought with her, a big bottle of wine with her picture printed on it. And Langdon is shocked, thinking, where did she got such a big bottle of wine with her picture printed on it? She tells them not to worry about the details. And now they have enough wine, she gets ready to keep drinking all night. MC gets ready to slip from there. He doesn't want to get drunk with her. She chases him, jumps on him because she wants to be drunk with her Mr. Orc. She pushes him down again. Langdon tries to stop her because they have to witness history tomorrow, so he can't drink anymore. She also knows what Mr. Dragon intention are, but before that she wants to feel him, and she thinks she must add more in-depth segment before that. And she wants to see how Mr. Orc will look when he gets drunk. How will he treat her once he is drunk? And she also wants to see the hero of her movie, Mr. Orc. She asks him to turn back to his orc form, but he is not going to. She then starts to have her way with him, and Melissa has start filming them again, which worries the 2 sisters. If they run this kind of film, their theater will be closed forever. However, she is filming that for her research, and tells the 2 sisters to witness the history. Next, Redmond is mad because no one watches drama. His man informs him that the Osis Theater have lowered their price again, and now it is 1 copper for a ticket, which makes Redmond even more mad. He gets ready to go and see it for himself. He comes to the Osis Theater and is shocked that the price of the ticket is really 1 copper. His man asks if they should also lower the price to 1 copper. He gets hit again because if Redmond does that then he will go bankrupt. Then a poster comes flying on his face. He takes a look at the poster with anger, the elf and orc, even though it's an obscene show at first glance. But now it has become the most famous show in the capital. He then remembers one of his friend who is an official in the imperial capital, who also said that it's a dirty show and the theater would be thoroughly investigated. He gets ready to go to that friend and inform him about this. He leaves from there cursing Langdon, and his curse seems to be working. Emily comes to him worried, asking if he is fine. Langdon tells her not to worry. He is sure that someone is cursing. And Emily is surprised because today there are more people than the last 2 days. And not only people, the elves, the dwarves, and even the giant of the north have come. And she is feeling sorry for the giant because he is getting kicks and punches from people because he is blocking their view, and has occupied a place which is enough for 10 people. One of the staff comes and informs them that a drunk dwarf slashed the screen. They gets ready to go and check it out. What's happening there? And the dwarf slashed the screen because he is mad at the elves who were chasing the elf princess. People tries to stop him and inform him that it's just a show and it's not real. But he is not listening to them. He is just super mad at those elves for chasing the elf princess. He takes out his gun to shoot those elves and starts to shoot blindly. People starts to run away from there because bullets don't have eyes. MC comes and stops the dwarf's rampage, and he is very happy that his work can be recognized. He asks the dwarf not to disturb the others, and people there seem to have noticed him. They shout saying he is the orc prince, and he has come out of the screen. This surprises Langdon too. People are happy that he is not dead, and the orc prince is still alive and safe. Langdon thanks them for their support. Next, 2 sisters are surprised that the people were able to recognize him. And what's more, they were asking for his autograph. And Emily is surprised because people were ready to give a coin to buy his autograph. And MC is sure after seeing his fame today that in future, someone might even spend 1,000 gold coins to have a dinner with him. He tells them to prepare the posters for him to sign his autograph. Next, Bada Empire, Imperial Palace. A man informs the princess about something very interesting happening in the capital recently. She asks them what is going on in her capital. The lady knight standing next to her informs her about what is happening in her capital. She gets ready to go and see for herself. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please do 1K likes for next part. And stay tuned because next is going to be a big kaboom.